All right, I would like to welcome you all back to Yule's Outdoors. I promised a follow-up video on my Bear Creek Arsenal upper video, and here it is, a real quick one. Bear Creek Arsenal upper, 16-inch barrel, 12-inch handguard, carbine length gas system, 300 blackout. Got it for $207 shipped. Had free shipping on it. There was a discount code on 704 Tacticals, one of his videos. I used that and I got 5% off plus free shipping. Go over, watch his videos, find out what it is. Couple things. I had a red dot on it. Me and my oldest son went out to shoot it. We had some fun with it. We did have some issues. We had some short stroke issues. We're pretty sure it had to do with underpowered ammo. I was shooting Remington green and white box, 120 grain hollow point. If you didn't hold it tight into your shoulder, we were getting some short stroking, so it wasn't feeding all the time. It wasn't feeding consistently, or, you know, it wouldn't. It's hard. I just never seen anything like it. You know, it would start to strip the round off, but it wouldn't catch the back of it. It was weird. And it wasn't even like the magazine was overfilled. It was, you know, there was only like 3 shots left in it out of a 10-round magazine. So, but I noticed if you held it in tight to your shoulder, it wouldn't have any problems, but it still wouldn't hold. The bolt wouldn't hold back on the last shot on the Remington green and white box, and you can actually see some Hornady black hidden right over there. I was using that. I had a couple boxes of that. I used some of that, and there was no feeding issues. Bolt held open on the last shot. Worked fantastic. So that's why I came up with it's underpowered ammo and not the upper itself or the buffer spring or anything, because I don't know, it's weird that it's like, you know, limp wristing a semi-automatic pistol. It can actually cause the pistol not to cycle correctly, blah blah blah. Everybody knows the drill. So had red dot on it. Red dot worked pretty good. We were shooting at like, you know, 30 yards ish just to get it sighted in. Everything was going pretty good. We were getting pretty decent accuracy for just messing around, you know, just standing up, not bench resting it. It was a little cold, so we didn't stay out there too long. But today I got home from work early because I went in at 3 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful day out. I went out to my bench I have out behind my house, out in the woods, and did some bench rest shooting with it and did okay. I'm not going to say great because it's about 80 yards. Never mind that little tear. That was about 80 yards, and you're talking about, you know, about a 5-inch group, but I had trouble with the sights. I couldn't get the front sight post up high enough to where I was able to hit the target, you know, get a good point of aim, point of impact type of situation. It was always high. It was always shooting high for me. So, but when I was shooting the steel, which you can see behind it, I'll go up and look at it. I was aiming at the bottom of the steel, and I was able to hit the steel almost every time. I only missed a couple times. So I did pretty good there. So it was still shooting high from what I like. I was actually aiming at the bottom of this target, and you can see where all the shots went. It wasn't, like I said, I couldn't seem to get these sights into where I wanted them. So I'm going to have to switch off to an optic, you know, to really see what this gun can do for as far as accuracy goes. And that's where we're at. If anybody watches this and has any suggestions, feel free. I don't spend a lot of money on optics. My most expensive one is like $130. It's a Nikon Pro Staff. I like it. It's great. It works fantastic. I have a Simmons that works good. I think I paid like $60 for that. Clarity's good. I mean, it's sitting on top of a 45-70 single shot, and I mean, I shoot inch and a quarter groups with that at 100 yards. So please, looking for suggestions on what to do. I don't mind open sights, but these just aren't quite what I'm looking for. I have open sights on my 30-30. So, and this is 150 yards and under. I'm not going any further than 150 yard shot on any kind of game animal. I mean, I will out playing around at the range, but not on a game animal. But I'd really like to see what it can do. The only disappointment I had so far in this whole gun, other than the sights, was this stock by JE. The grip I like. The grip was comfortable. It's great. The stock is supposed to be a fixed stock. I've cranked on it and it comes loose. I actually just cranked it back down again, but it comes loose and it actually ends up being pressed up against the collar here for the back plate, and it wiggles and rattles and kind of sucks. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but that's the only problem I've had so far. I mean, I only spent, I don't remember what I spent on the stock, but total price for my lower was $210, and that was with a $95 trigger I dropped in it. That's a JTM or JMT Saber trigger, and it's a great trigger. But all the rest of the parts, I mean, like I said, I spent $210 on the lower, and I spent $207 on the upper. So I got a really good rifle, really decent rifle for $417. I didn't build the upper like I wanted to, but I built the lower. I got all the parts that I wanted. I do need to switch off to an ambi safety because I am right-handed, and that paddle, it's a pain in the butt to flip the safety from the other side. So I'll get an ambi safety on it, and that'll take care of that problem. But everything else worked fantastic. I can't say it didn't. I mean, the little issue with the stock, I mean, I'll get it figured out. The cycling issue, I figured out. It's just underpowered ammo. I will reload for it. And so once I start doing that, underpowered ammo isn't a problem. So please, any suggestions on a decent optic for a decent price, let me know. Be happy to, if it's in my price range, I'll throw it on top. I'll do some testing with it, see where we land as far as accuracy with this upper, because they claim one MOA with good ammo and proper shooting technique, and I can definitely shoot one MOA. I am good enough to do that on a consistent basis. I can do that with my 45-70 on a consistent basis, so if I can do it with that, I'm sure I can do it with this. It would be just a matter of whether the rifle can do it, and I feel that it might be able to once we get the ammunition dialed in. So like, share, subscribe, comment. Like I said, let me know any suggestions on what we can do for an optic that works good for a budget build like this, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. This is Yules Outdoors signing off, and we'll see you next time when we start printing some real accuracy testing. Thanks. Bye.